Dear great-great-great-grandmother, I do not know your name. I do not know who you spent your life with or what you loved. I do not know if you were born in Ireland, moved there, or lived there your whole life. But I like to imagine you lived in a small cottage with a hawthorn tree shading the street about a mile or two outside of a small town. Perhaps near Killarney, where I once visited and felt a kindred electricity through the air. I imagine you walking through wooded paths with a basket full of bread and a wool knit sweater keeping you warm. I imagine you following the same river route your whole life. Perhaps the Slaney River, that I've been told the family name comes from. The family name that I carry as my middle name, the last of anyone who will inherit it. I imagine you in a field of bluebells singing to the fairies as you let the partly clouded sky and soft breeze bring breath to your lungs. Are the woods alive with magic and whispers of joy? Do you find peace by the stream? Away from the home full of the same rage that I have witnessed from this family line? Do you run to the shoreline and count the waves until you can sing again? Our family line has been herding as far back as I know the names. I know my grandfather's father came here to America as a young man, and with him came a poison that stayed alive until my generation of women said it needed to be alchemized. Do the roots of the plants used to make the poison come from your garden? Or would your bruises nod to mine and grieve the knowing that they stayed bleeding down the line of time? Do you feel the hunger in your belly start to cease when you forage and come home with dandelions, nettles, wild garlic, bilberries, and seaweed? Do you feel the bruises on your heart start to heal when you sit beneath the great oak tree? I saw a lone oak in the middle of a field once in a dream. If I walk through Ireland, will I find the place you used to sit, where you would hum a trad tune and remember your swim with the Selkies and your walks with the bluebell fairies? I am sure you would sing your love of the Irish land as loudly as you could, because down the line of kin I can still hear it as a whisper in the rhythm of my blood. When I am at the shore, I listen intently for the breath of the seals. When they peek above the waves, I tell them I miss swimming beside them. There is something in me that remembers the life of the Selkie. Are you the one who swam with the Selkie and taught our blood to love the sea? The one who secretly changed her skin when she needed to be with her true kin? Through all the pain of your life that compounded and landed in mine, I thank you for the love of the Selkie, oak, fairies, a blooming hawthorn tree, rivers, and more. I'll meet you at the oak tree, your great-great-great-granddaughter. Dear great-great-great-granddaughter, I do not know your name. I do not know who you will spend your life with or what you will love. When I teach my children to love the Salish Sea and the islands that dapple the water, I wonder if the love will trickle down to your life as well. Will my great-great-grandchild grow you up along the coastline I walk today? Will you admire the sounds of the seagull that I hear from my window? Or will the air be quiet, only full of the ghosts of the birds I admire now? Homeland for me is something I've had to find. Every generation of ancestors that I know have lived in the different places. But this place, full of evergreen trees and salty air and islands that light up in the sunset, is where my heart has anchored herself to the core. I dream of having a cottage with a lone oak tree right outside shading a corner of the land. A mile down the road from the shoreline where I can wait for the Selkie to peek their heads above the water, and the siren's song will echo off the cliffs. I will write about the joy of the rose and the grief of the sea. Maybe one day my books will be on your bookshelf, my messy field guides of life. My children will learn how to balance on driftwood and hopefully teach you the same. They will know the face of the cedar, the vibrant green canopy of the vine maple, the wide palm of the bracken fern, soft orange of the salmonberry, and the sweet flower of trillium. These plants are our allies. They are our teachers and our friends. You always must observe with respect and ask them permission if you wish to take them home. There has been a sleeping wisdom in the chests of many that is growing more and more awake. Time and identities have been stolen from the people who have lived on this land for time immemorial. When you walk where you will walk, this history must be remembered, and I am going to ask that you be someone who grieves the grief and acknowledges the resilience. I am doing the work now to embody this knowledge so that when it reaches you, it is wisdom. Great-great-great-granddaughter, I write to you with my chest caving in. There is a chance you do not exist. There's a chance the natural world that I know does not sustain a livable environment. There's a chance that if you are here, the forests do not have soft beds of ferns coating the floor. They do not have trunks too big to wrap your arms around. The coastline that I walk may be 20 feet underwater, my footsteps drowned away for decades before you get here. But if you are here, all I hope is that you are able to lay in the middle of a wildflower patch full of reds, blues, oranges, yellows, and pinks. I hope the sky grows dark with the migration of birds. I hope that the Nooksack will be pink with salmon, that the Douglas fir are too wide for you and your loved ones to wrap your arms around. I hope there are groves of hawthorn trees that blossom pure white in the spring, that the air is crisp and clean. All I dream is for you to experience the gifts of nature more than I can even imagine possible. There are so many wounds buried deep in our blood, but I am holding funerals every day in the center of my chest so that the ones who come after me have more space for joy and rest. Our family name may change many times as our blood makes its way down the river to you, but please know I'll be sending you the sweetness of the summer blackberry and the crisp of autumn breeze. I'll meet you at the oak tree, your great-great-great-grandmother.